it can feel like a very sort of entrapping kind of experience trying to solve problems on your own. And when you lean on others, especially people who have committed their lives to speaking that language, you introduce another voice that allows you to see things from different angles, ones that can ultimately lead to some kind of healing, either total healing or a journey.
Something that my counselor shared with me that I think I share with a lot of people is just this notion of when you're thinking about the type of person you are you happy with the person that you are, or are you happy with the way that the world perceives you? And I think that was really big for me because it made me realize that a lot of who I thought I was basically just based on what people thought of me and the perceptions that other people had drawn about me. And I really liked that person, but that didn't actually mean that that was me, and that didn't actually mean that I liked myself. And so kind of untangling that and learning how to love myself. I think something that counseling taught me that was a really big thing to learn, as jarring as it sounds, was that when I started going to counseling, I did not love myself. I loved how the way that the world perceived me. And so unlearning all of that has been really monumental for me.
Yeah, it's funny actually. Like when I first went, the first counseling session I had, I remember walking away and I was like, I don't really think this is going to work. Because like we talked for a little bit and I felt like there was nothing really of substance that came out of it. And then as I started to go back, I was like, okay, there's actually a process here. And this is not like something that can just be fixed in like one session. But as I started to kind of open up more to my counselor and they started to kind of talk to me about various aspects of my life, then I really started to like, I guess it just gave me like kind of the tools I needed to figure out the different problems in each spot. And those really helped because I just didn't know how to deal with it before, but I was definitely capable of dealing with it.
Counseling has given me the ability to kind of step back and see what is happening. So like if I'm getting lost in my thoughts, I can step back and realize that that's happening. Whereas before I would just have all these thoughts and spiral. But with counseling, I can kind of just like step back a bit and see myself doing that. And it's helped me to stop.
And then the question I always ask too is how bad do things have to get? And that's been something that's been imparted onto me as wisdom is, you know, a small problem that I'm bearing is actually a really big one because I'm willing to let that fester and get worse or manifest or be a consistent voice in my head where really if there is something going on or if I have repetitive thoughts or if I'm doing some behavior that I'm ashamed of, addressing it's going to be so much healthier for me and the people around me in the long run rather than burying it. So how bad does it have to get is something that's like imprinted on my mind.
I have learned a lot, but if I have to say one thing, it will be take your time. Like we always compare ourselves with others and we always want to compete with others. Oh, A has done this, B has done this, but what am I doing here? But then I realized that everyone has their own schedule and their own pace. So through counseling, I feel like I have to respect my pace as well. I have to respect my schedule and I have to listen to my body, listen to my heart. Like what is the best for me? What is I really need instead of what I want?